It's a bad soundtrack, read the script. Born in the motherland, headed straight down to the south. Tennessee mornings with pops, working 3 jobs. I knew that they struggled to get it, that's why I wanted to get it. That embedded, you get it, treat it like a
Today, from Ford Field in Detroit, it's the NFC Championship game. It's the Detroit Lions taking on the Los Angeles Rams.
This Lion fan base have been craving home playoff football since this building opened in 2002, and they've got it today at Ford Field in Detroit. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Los Angeles Rams and the Detroit Lions. Hello, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The postseason continuing here on EA Sports. And, man, it is electric in here, and it should be conference championship time.
I don't know about you, but my butterflies in my stomach, they have iron wings in this one. And every guy I've ever talked to has all said the same thing. This game, the conference championship game, may have more intensity than even the Super Bowl because you know what the stakes are. You're trying so hard to get to the big game that this is the one that's the real challenge.
So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the 3rd overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trey Lance.
And we talked about it last week, the pressure of not just playing in the playoffs and now in the championship game as they try to close out a perfect 19-0 season. Of all the games they played, though, this year, this is far and away the toughest one. If they find a way to win it, guess what the next one will be? The toughest one they played. That's what happens when you have a perfect record on the line.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's going to be caught downfield by Anderson. Touchdown, Detroit! Ronnie Anderson, 78 yards. And the Lions have struck first in this NFC title game. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. So now the Rams will get their first opportunity with a football. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their 3rd-year quarterback.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
It's complete. He finds Falk here. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Out of the gun, here's Warner. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. An excellent gain, 35 yards. Now Warner. finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to get the football here at their own 23.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
The Lance going to throw. Oh, Anderson, what a catch that is.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
Boy, that completion comes with a high degree of difficulty, especially on the catch. Had to look that one in one-handed, able to do so, and ends up picking up a first down as well.
The tackle by Janoris Jenkins.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Escaping the pressure right. That'll be caught by Anderson. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Detroit. Robbie Anderson with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter.
And the Lions are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at a big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and it's now 14-0. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
The Rams ready to go on offense.
And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll go right back to the ground with Falk. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Now Warner. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee.
And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
To throw, Warner. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Holt. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. Warner. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
Warner to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
And he is going to have a Rams first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
Inside give to Dickerson. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Here's Warner. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll give to Falk up the middle.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Warner from the gun. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Micah Parsons. And the Lions are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that, that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Second down at 4.
They'll run again with Jackson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good, yeah. Backside guys,
man,
that's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They got 5 through the air last play. Now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he is out of bounds here. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Lions continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
So, Charles, this a defense that hasn't made a lot of mistakes like this on the road to this playoff matchup, but that a bad one there.
Yeah, you definitely want to rattle and shake up the other quarterback, but you know you've got to do it the right way. Otherwise, that cloth's going to be on the ground.
He's got room at the 30.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
On 1st and 10, Warner over the middle and complete to the tight end, Higbee.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
To throw on 2nd down, Warner. Now Warner's hit, and he loses it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And so the last 3 drives, you've got 2 interceptions and a fumble. I think we know why they're losing right now.
Without question, and we've seen the evidence, just what you talked about there. If they take care of the football, number one, maybe they're not having this deficit, and number 2, maybe they actually have the lead.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Here's Lance.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
That's a step in the right direction defensively here because you're facing this sizable deficit. They're going to need more plays like that. A good sack, though. Good effort there.
And what you're hoping is, as you said, a step in the right direction, and that means it's something to build on. So you get the first one, and hopefully that can ignite them, and now they can make a few more plays and get back into this game.
And that is incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. A play fake. Now Warner. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Play action, it's Warner. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now a give inside for Falk. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. 2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. To throw on 3rd down, Warner. Throw left side complete. That's Hopkins. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. On 4th down, Joseph Charlton on to punt. And Sanders now to return. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Lions will take over. Detroit's offense ready to take over. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they've sequenced things, how it's run. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Lance. He's got his man, Gates. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for 28 yards.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams, 43 yards. And the Lions are able to add on to their first half lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Seibert on for the PAT. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was Jamison Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
Well, the Rams going to take over late in this first half. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Back to throw. Warner. Throw right side. Going to be caught by Higbee. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. On 2nd down, Warner throwing the out route incomplete. That's Holt. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Back to throw again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 23. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Gay's kick is good, and that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. Well, the good news, at least they won't take that goose egg into the locker room, maybe a little something to build on.
Yeah, it hasn't been the greatest of first halves for them, has it? But at least now, as you mentioned, they put some points on the board. And it's been funny in our experience watching games. Sometimes something as little as a field goal could change the fortunes of the team, and they could come out and look real sharp in the second half.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. As always, one half remains. In the Battle of the Sea, he will take home that George Halas Trophy and represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, time to look ahead to the AFC Championship coming up later today. And it should be a great one as well, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins doing battle with the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, our game has been a boat race, very one-sided to this point. And for the call of the second half, let's get it back to our commentating team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Halas Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Well, that'll be caught by Kupp. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
To the 40 and no further, so the razzle-dazzle didn't get him much. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and they will take over 1st and 10. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they get the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Slot man moves right. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a handoff inside. It's Jackson. And some nice running, going to get him down close to a 1st down at the Rams 39. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
It's a pickup of 6.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
1 quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
2nd and 10.
A give to Williams, running right. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now Williams running left. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And they'll go for it. Lance.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that will bring up 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He finds his man, complete. It's Holt.
And he is going to have a Rams first down, and comfortably so as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
For many people, that's not your standard play call in that 3rd down situation. But for so many offenses, they just want the ball in the hands of their playmakers in open space. And after he caught it, he did a nice job picking up the first down.
It'll be Warner on first down. Throwing middle, and it's complete. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. They'll look to throw again.
Connecting with Kupp here on the out route.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And 3rd and 1 now. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Warner. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey.
And the Lions are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
And now again, the play clock's going to run out on him. Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback, as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there, because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Rams go nickel here defensively on third. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46. 9 yards on the carry there, but it'll be fourth down now. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And they get to hoist the Hallis Trophy. Unbelievable victory, moving on to the Super Bowl.
I only hope that these players understand exactly who is behind that trophy. George S. Hallis, one of the creators of this great game of football of ours and creator of the NFL. What an amazing feeling and an amazing accomplishment.
And that'll close the books on the conference championship. For Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gaudin, and our entire crew, we'll talk to you in 2 weeks from the Super Bowl.